Hello everybody, Edgar Fernandez from Sufficient Limited, located in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. Well, the topic of today is the process safety beacon published in September 2017, this year actually, and they call it waste. Makes waste, and pretty much is talking. He's talking about taking shortcuts in process safety. Um, Recently, some investigation in the industry is conducted by the Chemical Safety Board. One of the main causes that they have found is the shortcuts. And what is what's the taking these shortcuts in the industry on the facility has been contributing with causes for a number of process safety incidents. And I'm going to mention someone actually that some of them that they are described on the bulletin. One is the failure to follow procedures. Sometimes they don't have procedures. So, for example, to conduct a process hazard analysis, or to collect the process safety information, there is no procedures about it. Sometimes I'm seeing that in the industry. Silencing alarms without taking corrective actions, that happens too, right? That if you're gonna do that, that requires an MOC. It's a management of change. It needs to follow the process, and that's the reason why you have the MOC. Failing to make rounds to check the brand status. So that's something that operators complain a lot. Actually, during my 22 years of experience, operators they have complained about engineers not going to the floor, and that's something that you want to have influence on operators, especially in the process safety and occupational health and safety areas. Something that is mandatory that you should do, not you should do, you must do. It's walkarounds, and not as a policeman that say, oh, you are doing this wrong, or this is not good, etc. No, it's to have conversations and have feedback and have information and know what's going on, what's the reality on the floor, and then you can have better, or you can make better decisions and have better approaches in the future in the different aspects of safety. Doing the plan procedure without bothering to take the check sheet with you. So you may have done this activity hundreds of times, but people are only 90% accurate at the best. So when you do a procedure or we do a change, the things that you need to do is to check it with the people who's going to be involved on that, who's going to be affected by that procedure. So they said that there are 10 times more likely to leave out a step in a moderately complicated procedure that if you are not using a checklist. Also, for process safety, you're going to conduct a process hazard analysis. There is a lot of work to do, pre-work to be done before, and you need to use a check sheet to collect the process safety information. You have analyze that, collect the info, and then start doing the PHA. You see movies about process safety that the Horizon, or you read documents of what has happened in the North Sea, especially on the incidents they have that I think Shell or some of those companies, I don't remember. I don't want to name anybody that have the incident in the North Sea many years ago because not following procedures, taking shortcuts. They describe actually an incident here that's in December 1994. There was an explosion in a fertilizer plant in a Port Neal, Iowa. There were 4 fatalities and 18 injuries, and much of the plant was destroyed. So they have a lot of chemical releases to the environment. So now the US EPA investigation team concluded that the explosion resulted from a lack of real and safe operation procedures. And that's something that I found too in the industry. Very basic breaches, such as lockout tagout, for example. I have breaches from actually from engineers that it's they shouldn't have a very that for example local card is very basic. It's an example that I found recently actually, and so you need help, ask for help, ask for the expertise. There is nothing wrong to ask for help. Nobody's expert in everything, so you need help. You need to ask for the expertise to figure out and fix a problem. And you're gonna fix by yourself, and you don't know. That's called negligence and it's lack of standard of care. That is even worse, and you can be persecuted by OSHA for sure. Here in Canada, you can be penalized by your Association of Professional Engineers of your province. Absolutely, this is lack of standard of care. So you don't know something, there is nothing wrong. The wrong is not asking for help, and that's the problem. So the recommendations that they provide, it's always follow procedures completely, for sure. When making planned inspections or walk-arounds, take the time to do it well and thoroughly. Sorry. If there are inspection points that are difficult to access, instruments that are out of calibration or not working on, or unknown liquids dripping from pipes, agitator that are shaking, pumps that are making strange noises, take a note and fix it as soon as possible. I mean, and let the supervisor know what's going on, and then put a work order, and the maintenance is going to take care. Simple like that. But you don't follow up, there is no work order, nobody knows, so the communication system is broken as well, and that is when the trust it's important. So nobody needs to be punished if something is being doing wrong, and that's another problem in safety, especially with new guys. We don't take the time to coach them and mentor them to do I mean, nobody's gonna gain experience in 3 months. So that's another shortcut, not following through the training of young people. So it's something that I'm seeing through my experience that in some cases there have been a problem, because incidents to investigate for sure. But following these procedures, don't take shortcuts. You don't know, ask. Always consult. Always have conversation with your co-workers. Always have conversation with the workers that are going to be involved in that or being affected in that procedure, and everything I guarantee is going to be okay. Thank you very much, guys. Have an excellent day. See you tomorrow. Bye.